Hey, got to share a story about the biggest house hack deal I've done to date. It's actually an 8 unit, two fourplexes side by side for two different buyers. Going to house hack each property. Talk about a challenge right from the get-go, but this is what it looked like. So this was not an MLS deal. This was not an off-market deal. This was a deal that was listed on LoopNet and Crexy and the other commercial sites by commercial brokers. Commercial brokers were great on this deal. They were great to work with, but their background was office and industrial space. So it was challenging for both sides a little bit because I was bringing in two different buyers. The seller didn't want to sell just one of these properties. They wanted them both sold at the same time to a group or an individual buyer. And let me show you why I like these units. It didn't pencil for an investor like myself or any other non-owner occupied type of investor, but for house hacking, for people in tech that want to be in the Redmond area, it's great. They're all 2 bedroom, 1.5 bath. So there's an extra half bath, which is always helpful and appreciated. And people love that. There's fireplaces. There was an actual large utility laundry room in each. And here's what I like too. Each one had an open, this carport space, plus lots of guest parking. So these are side by side. This is what both of them look exactly alike on a nice quiet street there in Redmond. There's other condos and apartments in the area, but this was off to the side by itself, and kind of a remote vibe to it. We actually saw a bobcat when we were doing our property inspection. It was crazy. A bobcat was walking right through the back of there. It was very cool. Anyway, we'll make a great house hacking opportunity for my clients for the foreseeable future. Rents were good. The tenants were great there. No problems with anybody past due or behind. It could use a facelift a little bit with a fresh paint job and everything. So I'm not going to go through the numbers a lot. It was basically offered at 3.5 million for both, 1.75 each. We got them for 1,675 with some credits on both sides from the seller, just to help with some closing costs and things like that and some deferred maintenance. So how did what were the challenges with this? Well, one, each party wanted to buy one of the properties. They were not exactly the same condition in each one. One had an updated unit, so we had to kind of figure a way to offset that, and we worked that through some credits and on my commissions and helping each other on the side. And the other thing was the lease dates, right? So the lease dates in one of them didn't allow for early occupancy after closing, which a lender wants to see within 60 days. So we had to get the seller to agree to seller finance one of these deals for about 60 days or so. That allows my clients on the one side to get into the property and then refi that seller out, because there's going to be an open opportunity to occupy one of those units here, which will satisfy the lender's requirement. You have to think about, how is this going to close, right? If one of these buyers were to fail to close, then what happens to the other buyer? We're past inspection, we're past feasibility, we're past appraisals, and we don't want one buyer to lose their earnest money because the other buyer couldn't close. So, I reached out to one of my attorneys. We came up with some language to add to the contract that if one fails, then they both fail, kind of thing. So I'm not an attorney. I can't draft that stuff, but I'm happy to reach out to my attorney to get some additional guidance when it's needed on these transactions. But I'm really excited for both these buyers. We got the deal done. It's crazy. Instead of taking 90 days like a commercial deal, we got it closed in just a little over 30 days. So it wasn't too bad, right before the end of the year. And they're kicking off their 2025 as new landlords. And this is the biggest house hacking deal I have put together to date, and happy for them. So thanks for watching.